Hey everyone, welcome again for another video. Today I'll teach you about how to do a unit rate for finishes. When you're given find the unit rate for finishes, you'll be told using the data given, build up a unit rate for 10 millimeters terrazzo paving laid on a concrete surface including grading and polishing. The data will be an example. Cost of white cement 1600 shillings per 40 kg bag. Cost of terrazzo chips 750 shillings per 50 kg bag. Density of cement 1440 kilograms per meter cubic. Density of terrazzo chips 1550 kilograms per meter cubic. Coloring powder 5 kilograms per meter cubic of mix at 250 shillings per kilogram. Hair rate for grinding machine is 3000 shillings per day. Terrazzo polish is 1 kilogram per meter cubic at 180 shillings per kilogram. Skilled labor is 1000 shillings per day and skilled labor is 400 shillings per day. Now to the solution. Unit rate per meter squared, we calculate it by taking the material cost per meter squared plus labor cost per meter squared plus plant cost per meter squared plus per meter squared plus overheads and profits. The material we shall use is terrazzo. Terrazzo is usually done using chips and cement. The ratio here is ratio 1:3. So 1 volume of cement, 3 volumes of chips. So we shall find the cost of the 4 volumes, then we shall divide by 4. To get the cost of 1 volume of cement, we shall find the mass of cement that will help us to get the number of bags times the cost per bag. Then we find the cost of the cement. For example, density of cement is 1440. 1 volume of cement was 1440 times 1. Then we get the number of bags by dividing by 40. Then we multiply by the cost of 1 bag is 1600. So the cost of cement per square meter shall be 57,600. For the chips, there are 3 volumes. So we shall take density times volume. Density there is 1550 times 3 volumes. We divide by 50 to get, you see in the question we are told for the chips, the density of the terrazzo chips is 1550 kilograms per meter cubic, and the cost of terrazzo chips is 750 shillings per 50 kilograms bags. So we shall get the number of bags of the chips. So it shall be 3 volumes times 1550 density. We get the mass. Then we divide by 50 to get the number of bags, because each bag is 50 kg. Then we multiply by the cost per bag 750. We get the total cost for the 3 volumes is 69,750. The total cost for the cement and chips shall be 127,350. Then we should add an allowance for the shrinkage, which is 25%. So 25% for shrinkage and roast. So 25% of 127,350 is 31,000. So we add 127,350,000. We get 159,181.50. Then we shall find the cost per meter cubic, because now we have got for the 4 meter cubic. So we shall divide the total cost by 4. When we divide 159,181.50, 796.88. Then we shall, because we are finding the material cost, every 1 meter cubic of the terrazzo we shall add color. And in the data we were given, the coloring powder was 5 grams per meter cubic of mix at 250 shillings per kg. So we shall come to color. So if 1 meter cubic takes 5 kilograms and 1 kilogram is 250 shillings, so in 1 meter cubic we shall take 5 times 250. We get times 250, we get 1250. Then we add the labor for mixing. The labor for mixing shall be, in the data we are given, the cost of the unskilled laborer. The cost of the unskilled laborer will mix the cement together with the chips and also the color. So an unskilled laborer, we are paying him 400 shillings per day. So per hour it shall be 400 divided by 8. Then he uses 4 hours to do 1 meter cubic of the mix. So it shall be 400 divided by 8 times 4. We get 200. So the total cost shall be the cost per meter cubic of chips and cement plus the cost of the color per meter cubic plus the cost of mixing labor per meter cubic. We get 41,000 shillings 246.88. So in this case we shall consider 5 meter by 5 meter area, so that you can be able to find the cost of the 25 meters squared. Then to get the cost per meter squared, we shall divide by 25. So the volume of painting shall be 5 meter by 5 meter times the volume of the painting, the thickness of the painting is 10 millimeters. So it shall be 0.01 meters. So the total volume of the painting shall be 0.25 meter cubic. So the cost of the 0.25 meter cubic, the volume of the paving, not painting, is we were told to build up a unit rate for 10 millimeters terrazzo paving. So the thickness of the terrazzo is 10 millimeters. So if we are doing an area of 5 meters by 5 meters, the volume of the paving shall be 5 meters by 5 meters by 0.01 meters. So the total volume of the paving will be 0.25 meter cubed. So if that is the volume that we are working on, the cost for the 0.25 meter cubic, we had found the cost per meter cubic for the material, for the chips, cement, color and labor is 41,246.88. So what about for 0.25 meter cubic? We shall take 0.25 times 41,246.88 cents. So we shall get it 10,311.72. Then we add the polish. The polish, in the data we are told Terrazo polish 1 kilogram per meter cubic at 180 shillings per kg. So if 1 meter cubic takes 1 kilogram, which goes for 180, what about 0.25? So we shall take 1 kilogram goes for 4 meter cubic. 1 kilogram of terrazzo polish, 4 meter cubic. What about 1 meter cubic? So it shall be 1 meter cubic, it's a quarter kg of terrazzo polish. Now we want to find what about for 5 times 5 kilogram, 5.5, 5 times 5 meter cubic. So 25 meter cubic, how about it? If 1 meter cubic, it's a quarter kg, what about 25? So it will be 25 divided by 4. Then we multiply by 180 to get because it's the cost per kg. We get 11.25. So the total cost for the cost of the material plus polish shall be 11,436.72. Now we shall go to the labor. That one we have done material. We have found the cost of buying the materials, that is the chips, the cement, the polish, then the labor for mixing the materials. We have also added the cost of the color. Now we are going to the cost of the labor. The labor is the labor for laying, the labor for grinding and polishing. So the laying cost, here we shall make assumptions because we were not given the data. So we shall assume for laying, using the previous data that we have done, per hour we shall lay 0.75 meters squared, taking a gang of 1:1. So if 1 hour we shall lay 0.75, what about 5 times 5? meters squared. So it will be 5 times 5 meters squared divided by 0.25 to get the number of hours. Then we multiply the cost per hour of both the skilled and unskilled laborer. The skilled is 1,000, the unskilled is 400. Then we divide by 8 hours to get the cost per hour. So it shall be 25 divided by 0.25, we multiply by 1400 divided by 8. We get 5,833 shillings point 33. We go to grinding. Grinding, using our previous data, it takes 1 hour to lay 1 meter squared. So what about 5 times 5, 25 meters squared? It shall take, if 1 hour for 1 meter squared, what about 1 meter squared? What about 25? It shall be 25 hours. 25 hours, we multiply by the cost of the grinding machine. The cost of the grinding machine in the data, we were told that the grinding machine is 3,000 per day. So per hour it shall be 3,000 divided by 8. 3,000 divided by 8, we get 9,375. Then we go to polishing. Polishing, we shall say, it takes 1 hour to do 1 meter squared using a gang of 1:1. So what about 25? It shall be 25 times 1400 divided by 8. We get 19,583 shillings point 33. So the total cost for the materials and the labor, it shall be, so for polishing, it shall be 25 times 1,400 divided by 8, we get 4,375 shillings. So the total cost of the labor shall be the cost of laying labor plus grinding labor plus polishing labor. So that one will give us 19,583.33. So when you're finding the unit rate, we shall take the cost of the materials, which was 11,436.7 and 36.72, plus the cost of labor, which is that 19,583.33. The total we shall get 31,020 shillings and 5 cents. So if that is the total cost of 25 meters squared, what about 1 square meter? It shall be 31,020.05 divided by 25. We get 1,240.80. Then we add overheads and profits. Overheads and profits is 20%. So we shall take 120% of 1240.80. We get 1,488.96. So say 1,500 shillings. So that is the end of video today. We have been able to find the cost of doing finishes per meter, the cost of finding the cost of materials per meter cubed, so that we can get per meter squared. Then we find the cost of, we take an example. We take, for example, say an area of 5 meters by 5 meters. Then you find the cost of doing the materials and the labor there, together with the plant cost we shall add. Then we shall divide by the 25 to get the cost per meter squared. Then we add for overheads and profits, and that one shall lead us to getting the cost of doing finishes per meter squared. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe, and welcome to another video next time. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, welcome again for another video. Today I'll teach you about how to do a unit rate finishes. When you're given find the unit rates for finishes, you'll be told, using the data given, build up a unit rate for 10 millimeters terrazzo paving laid